Hello students. So today we will discuss about vector addition. Okay. So in case of vector addition, we have seen in our real number system there is only one type of addition, right? If you add to real number, you will get another real number, right? So in vector addition also, two types of vector additions are there, but still if you add to vector, you will get the result as your vector quantity. Okay. So in case of vector addition, two types of additions are there. One type is triangular law of vector addition, and another one is parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay. So let us discuss one by one. What do you mean by triangle law of vector addition? Right? Triangle law of vector addition says if two vectors represents the adjacent sides of a triangle in a same order, then the sum of these two vectors is represented by the third side of the triangle in a reverse order. May I repeat? You can note it down also. What triangle law says? Triangle law says if two vectors represents the adjacent sides of a triangle taken in a same order, then the sum of these two vectors is represented by the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Right? So what is the meaning of this? Let me explain here. The meaning is, suppose one vector B vector is given to you. This is B vector, and suppose this is another A vector. This is A vector. Right? This is one B vector. This is B vector. This is B vector, and this is one A vector. Okay. So now I am going to apply triangle law of vector addition here. Okay. So before that, triangle law says what? Triangle law says if two vectors represents the adjacent sides of a triangle. Right. So first of all, we have to make these two vectors as the adjacent sides of a triangle. Right. So how to make it? We can now apply the concept of free vector in this case. So how to apply this? You see, this is my vector, so I can keep this vector in this position. This is my A vector now, right? By concept of free vector, मैं इस वेक्टर को यहाँ पे लेके आ सकता हूँ, ओके? और इस वेक्टर को यहाँ पे लेके आ सकता हूँ. So suppose this is my B vector. हो गया concept of free vector apply. मैं इसको यहाँ पे लेके आया और इसको यहाँ पे लेके आया, right? Without changing magnitude and direction, I just displace these two vectors parallelly from one place to another place. Okay. So this A vector and B vector. Now you see, this vector and this vector are adjacent sides of a triangle taken in same order. क्योंकि इसका direction यहाँ पे, इसका यहाँ पे, मतलब ऐसा direction में, isn't it? इसका इस direction में है और इसका इस direction में, मतलब एक ही direction, मतलब इस direction में, right? So what says? Triangle says then the sum of these two vectors represents the third side of the triangle, isn't it? This is the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Taken in the reverse order means this. So this represents in this order. Are you getting this? मैं इसको थोड़ा बड़ा करता हूँ डायग्राम को. ये A वेक्टर है, ये B वेक्टर है, और ये वाला है इस डायरेक्शन पे A वेक्टर प्लस B vector, right? Again you can apply the concept of triangle of vector addition here. If two vectors represents the adjacent sides of a triangle taken in same order, because this order, this and this, so this is in this order, in this direction, then the sum of these two vectors represents the third side of the triangle taken in reverse order. So this is in this direction, isn't it? In this direction. Okay? So this is what triangle law of vector addition. Okay? So let me read this part. So one more thing you have to see. Suppose this is my point A, B and C. So it will be always what? AB vector, because AB vector in this direction, then BC vector plus BC vector is always equals to AC vector. Right? That means, no need to write anything. It is of course. Right? This is AB vector, this is BC vector plus equals to AC vector. So always remember this one. Now let us discuss parallelogram law of vector addition. Now parallelogram law of vector addition says what? If two vectors represents the adjacent sides of a parallelogram, right, as a co-initial vector, then the sum of these two vectors is represented by the diagonal of the parallelogram passing through that common point. Are you getting this? Parallelogram law of vector addition says what? If two vectors represents the adjacent sides of a parallelogram as a co-initial vector, then the sum of these two vectors is represented by the diagonal of this parallelogram passing through that common point. Let me explain it. Again, suppose this is one vector B vector and this is another A vector, right? So in this case also I am going to use the concept of free vector. So I can bring this vector in this position. Suppose this is my A vector, right? And I can replace this one in this position. This is my B vector, right? So what says parallelogram law of vector addition says, if two vectors represents the adjacent sides of a parallelogram as a co-initial vector. Co-initial vector means the initial point must be same, right? Then the sum of these two vectors represents the diagonal of the parallelogram passing through that point, right? So if you take this one and this one, so this is this direction, right? So two diagonals are there, but you have to take this one, okay? So this diagonal gives you A vector plus B vector. So this is what parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay? मतलब क्या हुआ? मतलब अगर आप दो वेक्टर को सेम कोइनिशियल पॉइंट पे लोगे एडजेसेंट साइड्स ऑफ पैरेललोग्राम, देन इसका डायगोनल आपको साम देगा। और अगर आप इस वेक्टर को यहाँ पे लेके आएंगे, राइट, तो क्या होगा? तो ये सेम डायरेक्शन में हो गया। तब आप क्या करोगे? तब आप ट्रायंगल ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन यूज करके उसका साम निकल सकते हो, राइट? दैट इज व्हाई टू टाइप्स ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशंस आर देयर, बिकॉज़ ओनली पॉसिबिलिटी इज if this vector and this vector, two vectors are given to you, then there two possibilities are there, that you can bring this vector in this position, you can bring this vector in this position or in that position. So if you bring this vector in that position, then you have to apply parallelogram law of vector addition, and if you keep this vector in this position, then you have to apply triangle law of vector addition. Okay? So यहाँ पे देखो क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे भी triangle law of vector addition यूज हुआ है, directly or indirectly. We are used triangle law of vector addition in parallelogram law of vector addition also, right? How you see, if this vector is B vector, then this vector is also B vector, isn't it? Because this is a parallelogram. So in case of parallelogram, each pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel, isn't it? This is the definition of parallelogram. So this vector and this vector are same, isn't it? So this is also b vector. So this is a vector, this is b vector, right? So what? These two vectors are nothing but the adjacent sides of the triangle taken in same order. So their sum must be given by the third side of the triangle taken in reverse order, isn't it? So this is nothing but the third side of that triangle taken in reverse order, right? So directly or indirectly, we have used the concept of triangular vector addition in case of parallelogram law of vector addition also. Okay? So basically, triangle law of vector addition is the independent law, and this parallelogram law is the dependent law, which depends on triangle law of vector addition. Okay? So let us discuss the next topic. So before that, pause the video, note it down. So now our topic is difference of vector. Okay? So difference of vector is nothing but the replica of addition of vector. So let us see how. So this is my a vector. This is my a vector, and this is suppose another b vector. This is another b vector. Okay? So so I can bring this a vector in this position by concept of free vector, right? So if I take this vector in this side, then we have to use the concept of addition of vector, triangle law of vector addition, that we have already discussed, right? So now I need difference of vector, that means a vector minus b vector, right? So minus b vector is nothing but the opposite of b vector, isn't it? So if direction of b vector in this direction, then what will be the direction of minus b vector? It will be in this direction, right? So minus b vector will be this one. This is my minus b vector, right? So again you see in this direction, in this case what will happen? This is one side, this is another side. So these two are nothing but the adjacent sides of a triangle. It taken in same order, because this is in, now it is order is in this direction. This is the order, isn't it? Now this is the order. Is this and this. Okay? So in this direction what will happen? If I apply the triangle of vector addition, so then the sum of these two vectors are nothing but the third side of the triangle, right? Taken in reverse direction. Taken in reverse order. So this will be this, right? And it will be a vector plus minus b vector plus minus b vector, right? So it is nothing but a vector minus b vector. So it will be in this direction. So it will be in this direction. So it will be this. This is the direction, right? So difference of a vector is nothing but is same as the addition of vector, isn't it? You have to use the concept of addition of vector. Same as real number system also. That means 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 equals to 5, right? And 2 plus, if you take minus 3, then it will be 2 minus 3, then it will be minus 1, isn't it? So it is the difference of 2 and 3. Difference of 2 and 3 is nothing but addition of 2 and minus 3, right? So difference of a vector and b vector is nothing but addition of a vector and minus b vector. So it's the same thing. So this is what difference of vector. It is very easy. Just you have to apply the concept of triangle of vector addition, then you will get it. Okay. So thank you. So let us discuss the next topic. So before that, pause the video and note it down. There are some property of vector addition. So first property is commutative. So we know what do you mean by commutative. As we have seen that real numbers are also commutative with respect to addition as well as multiplication, right? But real numbers are not commutative with respect to subtraction, isn't it? So commutative means vectors addition. That means vectors are also commutative with respect to addition. Okay. So it is what? A vector plus b vector is equals to b vector plus a vector. Okay. Now associative word also we have seen in real number that real numbers are associative with respect to addition as well as multiplication, as well as subtraction also, right? So vectors are also associative with respect to addition. So a vector plus b vector plus c vector equals to a vector plus b vector plus c vector, right? Now additive identity. So I think in binary operation we have found this type of mathematical word, that additive identity, additive inverse, right? I don't know whether you have learned or not. Binary operation of your first unit, relation and function, exercise 1.4. So I think here you have already got these two types of mathematical word, additive identity and additive inverse. Okay. So additive identity का मतलब क्या होता है? Additive identity means in case of vector I am going to discuss. Let us discuss in case of real number. So additive identity क्या होता है? आपको ऑपरेशन लेना है एडिशन. Okay. So in real number system, if you take, अगर आप किसी भी एक रियल नंबर ले लो, मतलब x आप एक रियल नंबर ले लो, x कहीं भी एक रियल नंबर, ठीक है? तो इसके साथ आप क्या ऐसा क्वांटिटी ऐड करने से आपको x ही मिलेगा, राइट? If you take any real number x and if you add this x with some quantity, then you have to get x again, right? Now what will be this quantity? In case of real number system, this quantity will be 0, isn't it? Because if you add 0 with any real number, then you will get the real number itself, right? So in vector algebra also, what quantity you have to add to a vector quantity so that you can get this vector quantity again, right? That means if you take any non-zero vector quantity, small a vector, then you have to add it with some vector quantity. In this case, you are not allowed to add 0 because this 0 is a scalar quantity, right? So it is what property of vector addition. That means you have to add vector with a vector. Okay. So here a vector is a vector quantity, and you have to add with this. You have to add this a vector with some quantity so that you can get this vector quantity itself. Now what will be this quantity? We have already learned 0 vector is there, right? So if you add 0 vector with any vector quantity, then you will get the vector quantity itself. Okay. So in this case, this 0 vector is known as additive identity of a vector. Okay. Now additive inverse. So in real number also, if you take any real number x, so ध्यान रखना एडिटिव इनवर्स निकालने से पहले आपको पहले जानना पड़ेगा कि एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी क्या है. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट. टू फाइंड द एडिटिव इनवर्स you should know what will be the additive identity under this context. Okay. So यहाँ पे हमको पता है कि additive identity 0 है. तो additive inverse का मतलब क्या है? x के साथ आप क्या ऐड करने से आपको additive identity 0 मिलेगा. This is the meaning. Additive inverse, to know additive inverse, first of all you should know additive identity of the given context. Okay. So here we have already find that yes, my additive identity is 0 of any real number, right? So if you take any real number x, I have taken one real number x plus what quantity I have to put here so that I can get additive identity, which is nothing but 0. So I have to put here minus x, isn't it? So in this case, this minus x is called additive inverse of x. Okay. So in this case also, if you take any vector a vector plus what to add here so that you get additive identity 0 vector. Okay. So we have got that negative of a vector, so it will be minus a vector. So a vector plus minus of a vector gives us 0 vector. So in this case, this minus a vector is known as additive inverse of a vector. Okay. So let us discuss another important property of vector law of addition as well as multiplication. So before that, pause the video and note it down. This is our next topic, multiplication of a vector by a scalar. तो इसका मतलब क्या होता है? हम लोगों ने मैट्रिक्स भी पढ़ा है, multiplication of a matrix by a scalar, isn't it? So in case of vector also, we can multiply any vector with we can multiply any scalar with a given vector. Okay? So what is the meaning of this basically? In mathematics, we used to represent vector by this type of arrow, right? So suppose this is my A vector, and suppose this is 2 units, so 2 parts are there. This is 1 unit and this is another unit. The meaning is, suppose any vector is there, it is 2 kilometer, so I just give it one, I just divide this vector with a 2 part, equal part. This is 1, this is 1. So I can say this is 1 kilometer and this is another 1 kilometer. So it is my unit vector, it is another unit vector. Okay? So this is 2 part, 1 unit, another unit. Okay? So if I take, if I multiply this vector with half A vector, now what will be this? This half will reduce the magnitude of the given vector, isn't it? But this half doesn't change the direction of the given vector, isn't it? यदि आप किसी भी स्केलर से किसी भी वेक्टर को मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो इसका जो साइज होता है, जो मैग्नीट्यूड होता है, इस पे फ्लक्चुएट होगा, isn't it? If you multiply any vector by bigger scalar quantity, then basically you are increasing the magnitude of the given vector, isn't it? If you multiply any vector quantity by a very small quantity, that is fractional quantity, then basically you are going to reduce the size of the vector, that means magnitude of the given vector, right? तो यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, हाफ से ए वेक्टर को मल्टीप्लाई किया, तो बेसिकली इसका क्या हो गया, हाफ हो गया, तो इसका वेक्टर साइज ये हो गया, राइट? तो अगर आप इसको 2a वेक्टर हो गया, 2a वेक्टर, तो बेसिकली व्हाट आई हैव डन हियर, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू increasing the size of the vector. So it will be this. So basically it will be 4 part, 1 2 3 4 part, 4 unit, right? What will be minus 2a vector? If I multiply this vector with minus 2a, then it will be same as this one, but direction is this, right? So this is what the meaning of multiplication of a vector by a scalar quantity under. This is the proper mathematical explanation of this concept. Okay? So thank you.